Okay, here we have an Ivy Bridge Overclock gaming rig. This is first build stage, and there's another stage to go, but there's a lot of new stuff in here to go through, so I'm going to quickly talk about the case. It's a Zalman ZMachine GT1000. It's a good thick 4mm aluminium case, and inside, top left, you'll see a 660 watt XT modular PSU. As you can see, there's a good airflow system to this case. So front right, you've got a couple of 80mm silent fans bringing air in down the front, up through the rear into the PSU area. So it's intake top left, and that exits upper left as well. And you'll also see there the replaced 120mm case fan has been replaced with the Zalman CNPS 20LQ sealed water unit cooling system. So the CPU is water cooled on this. So let's quickly look at the far back of the machine. What you're seeing back there is the ROG, or Republic of Gaming motherboard. It's the Maximus 5 Genie. It's a Z77 chipset, Ivy Bridge, and underneath that Zalman water cooler, there's a CPU is an Ivy Bridge i7-3770K. It's the K means unlocked, so this is a good platform for overclockers. Memory-wise, this has got 16 gig. That's on 4x4 gig sticks. This is Corsair Dominator GT memory. They've got the stock Corsair memory fans, and for those that are interested, this is CL9/10/9/27 CAS, so it's a pretty fast memory here. Some of you might think 8 gigs is enough, and it probably is 16 gigs what this machine's got. And what we're now going to go on to now is at the very bottom there you can see some very nice red SSDs. So these are the Corsair Force GT SATA 3 6 gig. They're in a RAID 0. They are currently they're currently rating at about 1.1 gigabytes per second read speed, and a write speed of over a gig as well. So the SSD configuration wise, a stripe size 64K. And certainly this thing absolutely flies from a storage point of view. Currently, you'll see the red graphic card, nothing fancy. It's an older Radeon 5870, which is only PCI 2.1. This is going to get its main next upgrade, which is a new graphic card, the new Radeon AMD 7970. That's obviously a PCI 3, which will make full use of the motherboard and architecture that this is all based around. With the current setup, we're getting a 3D Mark Vantage of circa P24000 rating, so that's 24,000. With the new graphic card, we're expecting a 40,000 rating. Okay, some general comments about this build. If you were going to, so the motherboard can support Crossfire. If you were going to Crossfire, this is a micro ATX motherboard, so if you were going to crossfire with 2 graphic cards, you wouldn't get so much airflow around the internals of this unit, and you might have issues with that. So if you are going to look at crossfiring and having 2 graphic cards, you might want to consider the Asus Sabertooth. If you're going for a single powerful graphic card, this is absolutely fine, and the cooling with the water cooling inside here and the good airflow should be absolutely fine. The Zalman water cooling was very easy to fit. It's a sealed unit, so you're not messing about the fluids. It comes as is, and you just carefully install it, removing your case fan. So you might want to just check that the length of pipe from your CPU position and your rear case fan is suitable to give you a little bit of flex and a little bit of play. But that they've thought about this, so sticking with Zalman on this is pretty good. This all in is roughly about £1,500 UK pounds that you're seeing here. And this is May 2012, versus to get the kind of power performance that you're seeing here would have cost about £3,000 not too long ago. The price of this kit's coming down. This is going to be a pretty powerful gaming rig, and like I say, once we've got some newer scores up, I'll be able to put a little text comment as to what the final 3D Mark Vantage score is in a few weeks' time. So what numbers you got there then?
You can get that number in there. That's a sweet number. Look at that number there. Going to get the mouse.
What, the 1118491 read?
1.1 gigs a second.
Yeah.
That's gigs a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big number.
Okay, just a few comments on what can be overclocked. So the CPU Ivy Bridge i7 in here is currently starts at 3.5 gigahertz and should be able to be turboed or overclocked up to about 4.4 gigahertz. The memory stock is 1866 megahertz and should be good for over 2000. so there's an increase there as well. And obviously with a PCI 3 graphic card with a bit of overclocking and playing should give plenty of advantage with the increased bandwidth to get over this 40,000 3D mark, that rating that we're after. So all in all, the figures I've given you so far are non-overclocked, and hopefully with the versatility that's machine and these chips, CPU sets, graphic sets, memory, etc. gives us, should get this over 40,000 score. And again, I'll update textually whether this has achieved that. Okay, here we've got some 3D Mark Vantage results when this machine was configured with a dual 5870s in crossfire mode, all stock, so 850 for the GPUs, i7 as before, RAM as before, all unclocked, running at a resolution of 1920 by 1200. As you can see, the 3D Mark Vantage score is P32556. The aim of this, replacing those dual graphic cards, the older models, is to get that P score well over 40,000.